following is a presentation of TFNN. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. Brought to you by Nadex. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow Industrials up 25, Nasdaq's up 18, S&Ps are up 3.5, gold contract flat 1277, NDX up 21. So this is the first day. NDX 100 finally made a new high.
Okay.
So it's a make it or break it out here, folks. Specifically, what I mean. Let's go over to it first and take a look at it. So NQZ7. So the NDX has been trying to get up to this high for a long period of time, where the other indices are not only up, they're up and over and see you later.
Sure.
So today's going to be a big day. The reason being is that it should, okay, the other indices took off. You know, when you look at it, okay, there's no reason that it can't go up 50, 60 points.
Sure.
So this level here is going to be important, specifically because so far the large cap NDX stocks, meaning the Facebooks of the world, Googles of the world, Amazons, have not been able to basically get it up and going. Now, today what we have out here is that you have Biogen, monster move, up 3.7%. We'll see what that's about. You get Norwegian Cruise Lines up 3.5. Netflix is up 2.4, and Wind Casinos is up 2. Let's go back to Biogen for a second and see what's happening with Biogen. Look at that move. Okay, so Biogen out here.
Analyst upgrades, maybe.
Just an upgrade. It's kind of wild, right?
Yeah. Sometimes those analysts really do understand the stocks, better than most, though. As in, it should hold some credence sometimes, right?
Well, it's wild is that sometimes it really does, and they go, and sometimes it doesn't. So it's like, wow, when it doesn't, it's like, okay, well, what's wrong? Now, what's intriguing here is that you have Celgene down 4.7. Mylan Pharmaceuticals off 2.2, but that was a little rocket ship yesterday.
Yeah, it was up like 20% yesterday.
Yeah. So let's go look at Celgene for a second. That's the gap down. And
downgrades.
And that's a downgrade. And that's pretty wild.
Yeah.
Let's go back inside the Dow.
I just saw that was due to generic risks, and we saw Teva Pharmaceuticals yesterday was the ones that suffer. So
right.
Maybe that was a wake-up call to some of the analysts, because that Mylan and Teva deal, that wasn't supposed to come as quickly as it came, that FDA approval. So kind of like snuck up. So maybe some of the analysts were saying, you know what, there's a few other drugs on the forefront here, and maybe the FDA is kind of jumping ahead of the generic deal.
They're going to go quicker.
That's right. Yeah.
So inside the Dow Industrials, strength out here. Well, we'll put it up point-wise and see what we have. Point-wise, Apple is the leader, putting 12 positive points. Goldman's putting 10, 3M 5. Taken away from it, United Health 11, Caterpillar 4, J.P. Morgan 1. Pretty wild.
Yeah.
Let's go into the Qs for a second. So the Qs, the benchmark out here in the Qs today, folks, are the 146.58. We're over it right now.
September 1st.
Yeah. And, the way that I always look at these markets, okay, so that's a high. And then the 145.96. Now, if it didn't hold that, it would be more bearish. Because,
okay, sure.
That is, to me, that's still the benchmark. That was the first,
yeah, there was a huge pullback.
It was a pullback. I guess it wasn't the first. June 9th was the first.
The big day.
That's the big one.
Yeah.
And what that was about, let's go see what NVDA is up to. That's flat out here. Amazon, folks, this is, we're going to bring up
FedEx and UPS.
Yeah, so Amazon's up 750, 972. In the news out here today, they're going to take them on. United Parcel is down $1.43.
It makes sense, man.
Oh, totally. FedEx.
I mean, the amount of money that those two companies, FedEx, UPS, are making off of Amazon,
it's huge.
It is.
Right.
So why get middled to that type of a degree, right?
Right. And it looked like what Amazon's talking about also is that they want to be able to control the last mile of delivery. That's what they're, you know.
That makes sense. I mean, they're a logistical genius company. So
right.
if somebody could compete with a company the likes of UPS, it's probably going to be an Amazon coming into the market.
So this article here says Amazon's experiment with a new delivery service intended to make more products available for free two-day delivery.
Well, that's Prime. Free 2-day delivery.
Well, I'm wondering if they're saying that that's not Prime. That's just free 2-day delivery.
No, it's just experimenting with new delivery service. I mean, just a new way to make more products. Just more Prime.
I understand.
Because not every product is available for that 2-day delivery. Like I was even on there last night. I think that's probably just the items coming from their warehouses. See, so they're going to start saying we can ship almost anywhere.
Right. The service began 2 years ago in India, and Amazon has been slowly marketing to the U.S. merchants in preparation of a national expansion. Amazon is calling the project Seller Flex. One person said the service began on a trial basis this year in the West Coast, with broader rollout planned in 2018.
See, so Seller Flex meaning you can be the seller, doesn't have to come from the warehouse. That kind of just confirms what I was saying, right? You know what I mean? That Prime is for their products.
Yep. But I see. Okay.
But if other sellers can be on there selling an item, and Prime isn't available.
Yeah.
So I think that what they're trying to do is say, you know what, we can include that shipping cost somehow. So we'll see.
So last year, Amazon introduced Seller Fulfilled Prime, which lets merchants who don't store items.
There you go.
Excuse me, in Amazon warehouses still have their products listed with the Prime badge, meaning they'll be delivered within 2 days. The merchants had to demonstrate they could meet Amazon's delivery pledge, and many used UPS and FedEx for the deliveries. The new service gives Amazon control over those deliveries instead, even if it continues to use third parties.
You know, what's funny, too, is because I just steer away from anything that's not on Prime for the most part.
I do, too.
I bet a lot of Prime members
I hit that button.
do in general. And occasionally you can find a good deal that maybe they don't have exactly what you're looking for in Prime, and it might make sense, especially if you don't need it rushed to you, because sometimes it'll be where it's like a 3 to 5 day delivery. There's not that exact window. It's not guaranteed, the type of deal. So sometimes I've checked those out. But in general, there's almost a stigma if it's not a Prime item.
Right.
You know, I'd rather put my faith in Amazon, and I'm sure they know that, and they're trying to change that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
877-927-66.
Can you pull up FedEx, too, as well?
Yeah.
You jumped into UPS. They're both down dramatically today. Let's see. I think it was down even more.
Yeah, it's coming back.
Yeah.
So we were as low as $217. Right now you're at $219.79.
Yeah, up $2 basically from where it was already.
And all this has to do, you know, if you close inside $219.99, you're in the lower range again.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be. Yeah, look at that first sale.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's their whole. I guess what will end up happening is that FedEx and UPS will probably have to file something as to, is that going to be a material fact? Do you know what I mean, going forward?
How could it not be? I don't know. You know, what's interesting, too, is I associate that more with UPS or even United States Postal Service versus a FedEx. Because FedEx is kind of like the premier, shipping service.
Right.
I think of it as, overnight,
I'm with
contracts
you.
or what it is.
Right.
Because when you're talking about shipping boxes, I more think of UPS or U.S. Postal Service.
It seems that everything that shows up at my house right now is almost the U.S. Post Office.
Right,
You know?
right.
Yeah, that's
right. When's the last time you got a FedEx shipment from Amazon?
Right.
Yeah, we don't order
right.
against Prime, so we wouldn't get them. But yep.
You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. We have the Dow Industrials right now up 30, Nasdaq's up 19, S&Ps are up 4. We're going to be right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date active trading information that will will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. We take your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now are up 30. You get the Nasdaq up 21. S&Ps are up 4.5. Come over to our website. You can hit that Nadex banner. Bring up the exchange, folks, and walk along with us as we trade these defined option contracts. And Thursday, natural gas.
You got it. Break it out. So we're going into commodities, spreads, natural gas. We'll start it off with 11 a.m.s. We're trading right now at, 296. Give or take. Pull that chart up. So 296.6, maybe 296.7, approaching 297. These spreads are going to line up at about 295. They're going to be 20-cent spreads. So you got 20 cents to the upside, up to 315, 20 cents to the downside, down to 275. So you're going to have a little bit of intrinsic value to the positive side, right? About 2 pennies. Pulling up the positive side first. It's going to be about $25.
Okay.
Almost 20 cents of that, $20 of it being actual intrinsic value. And then on the negative side, this is going to be the really cheap one because it's almost 2 pennies out of the money. We're selling it, about 7. So 32 pennies. And so this is a little bit of a bullish position because you have, when you think about it, if you had to break even, right, you only have to tick up about 7 pennies. Excuse me.
And I'm bullish on this right now.
Okay. So there you go. You'd have a bullish position with about a 2 penny head start to the positive side, and to break even, you need about just over 3 pennies, called 3.5 pennies above 295. So you're looking at about 298, 298.5.
Let's do that one right now.
Okay.
I know we're going to pull the other.
So you want to do one of each?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I think this has got $3 on it for a test. Okay, cool.
And let's just make sure
we didn't get one of them.
No, exactly. I was going to jump over here. So this is where you pull up your working orders.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go. Okay. And that's where, it's so important when we do that because these markets move quickly and they're limit
Right.
orders.
Right.
So you have to make sure that as they're moving quickly, and that's all that happened was our positive side. One, the market was ticking up. And so where we were putting it hadn't gotten executed and then ticked up and then pulled back down and executed us.
Right.
Because when we pulled this up, if you remember, the market was at like 296.8, right? And
Yes.
that's where, so it jumped up to 297 something, which is what it is. So, okay.
So what I'm looking for, I'll show you what I'm looking for. So the way that natural gas has been trading, folks, is that you have try to bust out the bottom. We're in the November one, are we? It's November.
Go ahead. Yes, I'm not sure. but
Okay,
we- yeah.
So what I'm looking at is the lows of how we came down. That's 3003, and it looks to me
Okay.
that
So
can-
about 3.
Yeah, that looks like that can get at least tested. And that would be enough, right? Because
Yeah.
we're at 968 right now.
Yes,
Right.
295 is the bottom of is where we're trading from, and 298.5 would be about your break even.
Yeah, good.
So you'd have about $15 in profit if it made it up to 3,
Right.
and you're looking at about $33 to get in there on both sides. Call it even 35 with the commissions included. So 298.5 is your break even to the positive side.
So let's just pull up those other ones, 'cause since I was so fast on the trigger there.
I know. Now you went for the 11 a.m.s there.
Right.
That was quick.
Right.
Let's see how the noons line up, right? Because oil, just take a quick. Oil was interesting yesterday. If we were going for the dailies, it did tank far below that.
I know.
Which was
I know.
interesting.
Yeah.
Even with the draw of 6 million barrels versus an estimate of 500,000, you get that pop.
There was a $1 spread yesterday in oil.
It was quite a movement. Okay, so we were looking at the 11 a.m.s. They line up the 295. Let's jump into the 12 o'clocks. So they're going to be a similar 295, okay? So here's 295 to the positive side, 26 to the negative side. So you're looking at like 34.
Yeah. So that was cheap money for.
That was cheap money.
That was cheap money for.
The extra hour.
Yeah.
And let's even jump into the 230s. Okay, those line up at 290, so that wouldn't work. And then the big dailies, those line up as 290, so those wouldn't work as well for what we're doing. But that's why it's just important to get used to it for everyone watching, jumping around, because you at least get to make that decision. Now, these are jumping around a bit, but it's right kind of where it was when we were looking at it. And again, you'd be, let me go in here. So you're buying. Am I doing that right? Just making sure.
295 is the bottom. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So about
That's
33, 32, yeah.
Yeah.
Because what's happening here is it's ticking back even to the 295, which is where it's usually the cheapest because there's no intrinsic value and it's just premium on both sides.
Right.
So that's why this is even becoming more affordable as this comes. So now it's at 296.2. Whoops. So now that's going to be 23.9. You're looking at $32. Just to put things, and that's why it's becoming more affordable. The intrinsic value is going to get sucked out of this one, and you're just going to be paying premium on both sides.
Right.
Yeah. See what happens. You got 6 minutes and 8 seconds.
Beautiful thing.
Totally.
877-927-6648. The let's see the higher volume stocks what we have out here today. So Advanced Micro seems like it's always up there.
They do. They're only a $13 stock too,
Yeah,
and that's why
right.
they're continually.
People like trading it, evidently.
I mean, if you want to put $1,000 into it, you're going to trade a lot more shares versus trading Amazon. You're going to buy one share.
Sure.
So.
Right. So that's up 12 cents. You have Freeport McMoran up 62. Apple's up $1.70. We'll have to see what's happening there. AK Steel's down 3. That's nothing. Ma Bell's up 22. GM. Let's go over to GM. I was reading an article this morning. This is pretty wild. So, electric cars, China. I mean, they're the movers. And what it's about, it's a great article, folks. If you just Google Wall Street Journal electric cars. So right now there's like 100 different electric car makers in China.
Okay.
And if you're in Shanghai right now, if you want to get license plates on a gas vehicle, right, you might be waiting a year, 2 years, 3 years. If you want to, they just changed this. If you want a license plate for an electric vehicle, there it is. And that's how they're going to change.
Hey, they're competing on a world stage, and that's where the acceleration is going to be for sure.
That's how they're going to change electric vehicles.
Sure.
Or they're going to push people into electric vehicles, period. because of the pollution. It's pretty intense.
Totally.
No doubt. Let's go take a look at some of the other commodities out here for some of the tigers. So what do we have here? Let's see. Wheat is down 0.6%. Oh, there's a lot of positives here. Sorry. Copper's up 2.7%. You get gasoline up 1.8%. Crude's up 1.1%. You got, natural gas. We'll see how that's shaking out. Right now, it's up 0.7%.
And that's a different contract on that one.
It is, okay.
That's what was thrown.
That's November. And what do we...
No, this is where this gets weird. I don't know what's going on here. So we have 309 here.
Yeah.
And then the November is 296. But I don't know. I just wanted this is not what we're looking at there. And I know that's not normal.
Yeah.
Because I think we are looking at the November. We are here. But for some reason, loading within here is...
it's wrong.
Well, I'm guessing...
The price is wrong, I guess. Well,
it's a different contract. That's all I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Somehow it's showing November, but I'm guessing that's a different contract loading that 309 price.
Let's do this. Yeah. So bring this up and see if that turns into the December.
No. Yeah. It's just maybe just glitching because it could be the December.
Yeah. You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. We'll have those natural gas numbers for you. Right now we have the Dow Industrials trading up 25. Nasdaq is up 23. S&Ps are up 4.5. We have gold up $1, 12.77. We're going to be right back.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, Nasdaq, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen, live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den, absolutely free, for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video, giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. EIA natural gas inventories rose 42 BCF.
Billion cubic feet.
And we hit 299 and gave it up.
Yeah, we'll see. So kind of right back to where it was.
Because I'm looking for that $3, basically.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. And we'll try and see. Here, we can even minimize this. So the estimate was 47, came in at 42.
Yeah.
Not too dramatic of a miss, right? But we'll see how that shakes out. You know, we had a huge miss in oil yesterday, got a pop, and then it pulls back far below that level.
Right.
Because I think $50.25 was where oil was trading at yesterday, popped up to about 50.66. And then within about an hour and a half, 2 hours, it was below $50, which is pretty remarkable in light of those inventory numbers. So
No
we'll
doubt.
see how natural gas shakes out. Yeah, pulling back slightly. We're only a minute into the news. And you've got in here about until 11 a.m., so we'll see.
So as we get along, I'm going to put a sell in on the other side. So I'm over at $3. That's where I'm going to be in good shape.
Sure.
Right.
So here's the bullish position, which is going to have all your value in there right now, kind of.
Yeah.
You know, trading 297 by 297.7. Because, of course, the bearish one, it's going to be out of the money.
Yeah.
And trading, you know, the offer is 1,000 tick underneath, and then, you know, barely, but all premium. 297.5, we'll see.
The, let me pull UNG, so this is the ETF for it. Let's see. Yeah, you get that one spike. Look at that.
Sure.
So it spiked. This spiked to 651, and watch, this lines up too. Meaning it lines up the exact same day what it's trying to do. See, the low of
September 21st.
yeah is 654. We hit 651.
Okay.
That's what I'm figuring this thing's going to try to get into.
Sure.
The reason being is that this had come down hard on Monday. 18 million shares. You were coming into 25, rejected it. Like, okay, now the lineup was on the other side.
Sure.
But it's got to get by that little downdraft there. So we'll see how that baby shakes out. If we go over to the composite for a second, this will be interesting. The composite right now.
Pulling back a bit.
Yeah.
We're up like 21, right? So.
Yeah. So 65. Yeah, we have 15. Yeah. So $30. But bottom line is that, you know, yesterday, even when we were on, I said, yeah, we start out like this, and then all of a sudden, as you go through the day, it just starts to accelerate more and more and more and more.
Sure.
Oh, this one, Netflix. Between Netflix and Amazon, Tom, we love both. We love them both.
One more time.
NFLX.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, so Netflix, folks, going after its high. And what this is all about, they're going to charge us 10% more.
Going up in prices.
But 10% is only like, what, 80 cents or something?
Yeah, everything seems affordable. I think it's more than that. Isn't that intriguing? You're not paying $8 a month anymore. It's intriguing
I'm
that's
paying 9 something.
It might even be 11.
Maybe, yeah.
Just to put, you know,
that's $1.10.
Percentage-wise, that's a huge, though. When you just went from 8 to 12,
yeah,
that's a 50% increase, and in your head, it's all meaningless. And I agree with you. But you see how that they went from 8 to 12?
Right.
And yeah.
Yeah. So Netflix raising prices on its most popular service brand by 10% as the streaming video giant looks to help pay for its ambitious budgets for TV shows and movies.
And then realistically, you know, if you're using that, that's not going to cause you to cancel it. And Netflix knows that. They're having those meetings, and I'm sure they know they also have to be spending more on content. That's the battle. So. And
the high 191. Let me see if that is the actual high. Yeah.
Because imagine they should be at $25 a month at some point, whether it's 5, 10, 15 years in the future. But you know, they're only at $12, and there's no reason why they can't be a service that charges $20 a month. For sure.
No, totally.
Right.
And when we were just in Boston, we were staying in Boston. I don't think this is the first time I've seen it, but first time I really noticed it on the TV.
Sure, within the hotels.
Within the hotel,
Netflix.
they had a Netflix button.
Sure.
That you could just put your own password in.
Sure.
You know, so it's like, yeah.
It's going to be everywhere.
Yeah. 877-927-6648. Let's go take a look at good old Goldman Sachs. So Goldman yesterday, has been at highs, regardless of the aspect of what Trump was saying about the bonds.
Yes.
And Goldman is not the largest owner of bonds out here, meaning Puerto Rican bonds. You know what it is, though? It's Mass Mutual.
Mass Mutual, okay.
14 billion.
Okay.
That is chart. That's a big number, folks.
That is a big number.
14 billion is a big number.
Especially when you look about it. So they went from 44 cents to 33 cents. So it was like a 25% decrease. So if they'd spent $14 billion, they just lost like $3 billion yesterday. And you know, and that's, you know, I heard they're getting a rebound today a little bit with the budget director kind of saying nothing Trump says is literal. Don't take him seriously. But that's some volatility.
There's no doubt, man.
Yeah.
And you can expect the volatility, you know, inside the Puerto Rican bonds. What happened yesterday is that the volatility got thrown inside the municipal market, which is really heavy. The municipal market, folks, is when I brought it up, I forget whether it said 1 trillion or 3 trillion in the U.S. It's like
trillions, right? And the T. Yeah.
And people that buy municipals, they're used to a penny move. You don't move. You know, the municipal bonds don't move. That's a buy and hold type of situation, you know.
So I just wanted to check back in on natural gas. Pulled back into about 296, back up to about 297.5. So again, this trade cost you about $33 right now. If it expired where it is, you'd get back about $22 of that value.
Okay.
So we'll see where it shakes
not
out.
bad.
Yeah, and you still have about 24 minutes left of action in there.
Yeah,
Tell it to move one way or the other. Pick a direction and go.
Yeah, pick up because it's going to be easier.
Yes,
for
because
where
you got
I'm
about
at.
a 2-penny head start. Totally.
Yeah, there's no doubt. We're going to take a look at the XAU, the HUI out here. So we're going to need some juice in this. You know, we got price going yesterday. Let's see. So we did 19 million shares. Yeah, we're gonna need more volume. I need a good 20, 30 million shares. Actually, let's do the GDX because the GDX has the volume with it all the time. So yesterday...
Doesn't look like much volume yet.
No. Yesterday, GDX did 32 million.
We're at 4.5.
And I'd be looking like about 45 million. That's what I'd like to see. So
it's going to be a tough cry for today at least.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Let's see. This is 2356. Yeah, it's trying to get back in this higher range, but this is where the building cause comes up, you know, and we want to see an expansion of volume because that range is important because the sellers are just sitting right there. They're selling away, baby. They're saying, we think it's going lower. The TLT, let's go to the 20-year bond fund, and this one here, we're going to be testing the lows out here today. So we get jobs number tomorrow. This is, you know, this market. We'll see whether it's going to move around. I guess.
Yeah, the unemployment today, right, was 260,000.
Yeah.
It was down from about 272. I was saying having to do with some of those storms where 12,000 less people, you know.
Which makes
of course,
total
you had people
sense.
filing for unemployment there, even just short-term, you know, businesses were closed, whether they might be closed for 2 weeks, a month, whatever it is. 12,000 is a pretty small number in that context, but you could see how that could easily throw more numbers in it last month, and as those businesses open back up with those people back to work, they pull those numbers off.
So look at this. Tom Brady and the Patriots are playing a big game far sooner than expected.
Guess where I'm going to be tonight?
Are you going to the game?
Going to the game.
That's a beautiful...
I grabbed a single ticket today.
That's going to be
Picks up that
wild,
price.
man.
We'll see.
Yeah, they're in
Patriots
Tampa.
Nation, baby.
First time in 20 years, folks.
Gotta love
in Tampa.
it. Totally.
Yeah, and unfortunately, but for the Bucks fans, it'll be all Patriots there. Stay right there, folks. Coming right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Here goes the market melt up. You get the Dow 42, Nasdaq up 20, S&P's up 5.5.
Melt up, is that going to be a new term? It's going to melt its way up, sure, why not? Melt it one way or the other, man.
Right, hey, it seems like it does, you know. It's just give it a little time, man. Once they get it going. You know, the SPY right now is at 253.84. NDX hasn't done it yet. So the NDX, the one you want to keep that eye on. Yeah, well, you're over the highs right now. 146.58 is the number. We're at 146.60. Inside that NDX, still got the same characters.
Yeah,
Netflix is number one now. Yeah.
It's a big move for Netflix, 4%.
That is a big move, man.
Can you go, what's their market cap? You go to description?
Yep.
Yeah, so $82 billion company. So every 10% is going to be $8 billion. So they just added about $3 billion to their market cap since 9:30 in the morning. Not bad.
And look at that.
Yeah. Big numbers, man. Going right from 2016 to 2018, they're going to almost double, you know. They're going to more than double from 2015 to 18. Just staggering. Yeah.
That is staggering.
And look at the earnings, too. They go from, 20 cents, 60 cents, 20 cents, 40 cents to $1 to $2. Yeah.
Big move. And they're growing at a 3-year clip of 33%.
Not bad.
That's huge.
What was that? Who is still getting DVDs from Netflix? Right. It's amazing. I think it makes up about 5% of.
Look at that. They get $500 million, though.
That's, yeah.
I'll take that business.
Right? I know.
Look at and what you have here, folks, this is amazing. So the United States is growing at a clip of 22% on a 3-year basis. International is growing by 65%.
Yeah. And that would make sense. They had the United States not, fully covered, but they were pretty cemented into most households, and their opportunities for growth probably are more on the international front. But with that said, their upgrade yesterday from UBS had to do with U.S. subscriber base, upgrading it from maybe seeing 750,000 to 850,000, which is a staggering number on a quarterly basis.
It really
with
is.
How many subscribers they already have.
Let's go to the IBB. So you get some divergence out here in the IBB today. So we're flat. It's down 57 cents, actually. When you go inside it, though, if we go to Amgen, you get Amgen down 273. Let's see what they're saying, because when we go to Biogen's up big time, because I wonder if these guys have been, one gets another. Let's see.
So you get Sanofi winning a new trial in an Amgen case.
Okay. Okay, then we go Biogen, BIIB.
There's a few different things that could be driving that.
Yeah.
But I saw.
And look at, and Biogen's up 12. And those two, I believe, those are the two largest weightings inside the IBB. So,
Close.
Oh, Celgene, yeah. Okay, so let's pull up Celgene. So
Sure.
Amgen's 8.4, Biogen's 7.9, Celgene's 8.4,
Sure.
Gilead's 7.9. So CELG, I think Celgene was down also, because that was a mover. Yeah, that's down big.
Yeah.
But that means that inside that IBB, we still have...
I mean, I saw Mylan's down there at like 2.5%. You know, talk about getting some boosts. What's going on there?
Here we go, folks. Well, you got Regeneron halted
We don't see
with
that
news pending, not on a big stock. Baby.
Biotech's getting halted. Watch out.
Oh, here it is. Regeneron wins legal case over heart drugs. Yeah, let's see what they say. Regeneron won a victory in a legal battle over a new class of heart drugs, sending shares in New York Biotech Group 1.8% higher before the drug maker. The full story is available. Well,
yeah, I'm not sure. That could be it. It could not, right? There's a lot in those. It seems like those biotechs. I mean, look at, you got appeals court, right? And so this is what Amgen fight over patents.
issues rule. This is going to now the appeals court issues ruling over patents. Is that a separate one? There's a lot of stuff going on.
That's what I was. There really is. And I'm not sure what the PCSK9 patent is, right? That's what, and if that is kind of the heart drug that they're talking about. But then you have the Sanofi wins new trial in Amgen case over Prelia. I mean, that's different, right? I mean, Amgen erases gains, dropped 2%. Yeah, Sanofi ADR spiked to session high. Interesting. I'm not even sure what's that halted, whether it's going to open up or down with all these news.
Yeah. So because if this thing gaps higher, this is where the NASDAQ can take off.
Sure.
So we're right. Let's see. You're up $19 right now. NDX, you're right at the highs. I mean, it's over these highs right now.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a big deal.
Yeah.
As soon as they open. Because we know how these biotechs can go. $10, $20 is nothing for a biotech. Yeah. And a Regeneron, you're talking a very expensive stock anyway.
Let's trade that. Yeah, $4.64.
$4.56 it closed at, I think.
I mean, that could open up or down $50.
Oh, yeah.
If it really had, I mean, it was just at
open at $5.50.
Yeah, just there 4 months ago, 5 months ago, right?
It just depends what how much that drug is worth for them, right?
Or not worth this morning as opposed to yesterday, right?
Right.
So, yeah, they have one saying that they can stay on market as new patent trial exists, and I think that's a competitor maybe. I'm not sure. Maybe that's their drug. But there's this Prolent one, but then they also have this PC, and maybe that is Prolent with the P. Second bite at Amgen. So maybe Regeneron's going to get a second bite at this Amgen drug and kind of coming at it over patents. Regeneron wins legal case over heart drug, and maybe that's what it is. Yeah.
And right now, so go back to Amgen for a second. I just want to see if this went intraday. Oh, intraday it went down.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So
look at that volume right there. Yeah.
Yeah. So Amgen just went from 189 to 185 when that came out. They didn't halt that stock though. Biogen. See if that just went the other way at the same time. Well, that just opened higher.
Yeah.
So Regeneron's going to be the kicker as to what this NDX and the NASDAQ Composite want to do here. Pretty wild, man.
Definitely.
We go take a look at the Walmart. So it's going to be intriguing to watch the setup. It looks like it's Walmart and Amazon for like everyone.
World domination.
Yeah. Right? I mean.
When you talk about, fully servicing every single item available on a consumer basis.
Right.
I'm sure Target would like to believe that they can compete on that basis, but they're not up there quite yet. So in terms of who has the ability to stop Amazon from world domination,
I know.
that would be probably just Walmart when you talk about, their warehouse space, real estate. But that's almost like part of that is a downfall in Walmart because their kind of infrastructure is built out to warehouse items to their retail stores, and I'm sure that's changing. With the likes of Jet.com and all that stuff, and that's but
because we're all online a lot more.
Everything. I mean, we have those stories, right, about just retailers changing the packaging of their items.
That's going
to be shipped to consumer.
That's going to be the next big deal.
There's no reason to have a nice big pretty box that has to be put on a retail shelf. Make it in a square box that can ship nice and easily and
sit in your garage.
Exactly.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Dow Industrials right now up 38, Nasdaq's up 17, S&Ps are up 5.5.
Are China A shares hot or not? If you trade China A shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A Share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has put together the finest programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 8 hours a day, starting at 9 a.m. as Larry Pesavento kicks us off with Trade What You See. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Swim lessons from TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim is now at 11 a.m., followed by Basil Chapman at 12 noon. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN.com. Educating investors. Learn how to trade options with swim lessons. Brought to you by TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim. Next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. And folks, as you come over to our website at TFNN, you're going to see our man, Mr. Larry Pesavento. He is going to be doing a live event for his subscribers October 16th.
1 week from Monday. Time is flying, man. What day is today? The 5th, yeah. So 11 days from right now. So he's teamed up with a gentleman he's been working with, who's one of the guys that he likes to talk about trading with, John Jameson, and they have put together a 75-minute workshop. They're going to do about an hour-long, at least, presentation. Larry talked about it during his program this morning, if anybody was listening. And how to identify a good bet. And he's talking about statistical probability type, and he even uses the term the simple poker math to quantify risk. I had no part in writing that part of it. I didn't, and my ears perked up for sure. But just talking about risk-reward scenarios and breaking things down. So this is available for all Fibonacci 24/7 subscribers. If you're already in there, you'll gain entry to that a week from Monday. If not, you can sign up. Anybody signing up for the first time comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Can't go wrong. It's only $97 a month anyway, and Larry comes out with awesome service. Full report every Monday morning. Trades, videos getting sent out to subscribers 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That's the name. And so, he's teamed up. John Jameson, writer, entrepreneur, speaker, business. He's done some consulting work. He works for foundations, just a trick of the trade, all of the above, but trader, consultant. And he's into trading. He's been working with Larry, and Larry was just loving the stuff that he was talking about. So he said, man, why don't you come over and do a workshop for my subscribers? And they're going to be doing it a week from Monday. And Larry's been calling me like once a week for the last 3 or 4 weeks, telling me how excited he was for this. Yeah. So it should be interesting for sure.
So you just go to TFNN, folks. You're going to see it right in the top of the carousel. Take a look at Larry's.
Yeah, and get in there now. You have access to all the previous reports. You have access to Mondays. You'll get Monday's reports, so don't wait for the 16th.
Totally. And let's see where we're at. $2.96.
Okay, so you're going to get back right now $15.20. Not the end of the world.
No, not the end of the world. Stay right there, folks. So we got Thinkorswim coming up next. Dow right now is up 16. Nasdaq up 33. Nasdaq's up 16. Thanks, Bill.
Thanks, man.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.